Hello, guys, and we are here for some awesome game day bingo action. Super excited to be here with you guys live as we're going to be streaming to those Pilot TVs, Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch, so hopefully you guys are checking out those streams. Sending out some messages as we will shoot you out some luck as you get on after some of this great bingo we have in store for you guys.
That's right, as we can't wait to start giving out these awesome prizes. So stick around and get enrolled, as hopefully we'll be calling out your name as you take home one of these great jackpot prizes. Just yesterday, we were able to give out a great jackpot as we ended up giving it out to player not 69 T-Bird. No, not T-Bird69 over at the Lookout Bar and Grill, as they got to take home $7,310 just yesterday. Nicely done.
Congratulations to them taking home that awesome win. We got some great prizes available in this game as we got that minor jackpot, $217 at 52 balls or less. 51 balls or less for our major prize of $3,574. We also got that mega jackpot now at $62,567 that you could take home in 51 balls or less. All should be a blast as we get after it, as we've already seen a few jackpot prizes go out today.
That's right, as just earlier today we were able to give out our first prize of over $9,044 as it went out to Mrs. Yags over at the River Boat Depot, longtime player. Nice to see you out there, Mrs. Yags.
Yeah, big time player. We then saw another prize go out as it was actually in that game of Lucky 4 Bingo that you guys just played, as $730 went out to Hey Dav over at the Lodge on Lake Mazaska. Congratulations to both of our winners, Mrs. Yags and Hey Dav, getting wins on our awesome Wednesday show.
Absolutely. So hopefully we'll be getting to call out a ton more jackpot prizes. So stick around as we have a lot of great cash on the line. And if you want to stay up to date with where these big cash prizes have grown to and really anything going on with Pilot Games, I suggest heading on over to Facebook, searching up Pilot Games, and giving us a like and follow. That way you not only can you keep up with our weekly bingo schedules and where those progresses have grown, but you can also see event details and everything else as well. We've got your player pictures on there and even a link tree right at the top of our Facebook page, where if you go and click it, it's got direct links to all of our other streaming platforms, pgl.world, all of our social media pages, and even all the locations around Minnesota that you guys can go and check out Pilot Games.
Absolutely. It's definitely a great source of information if you enjoy playing our games here. But in this game right here, we got that double must-go prize about to go out, as $445.50 is what we're competing for, as we got quite a few players one ball away. B10? No, that's not our lucky number, as I-23 gives out that win, as we're going to be splitting up between Boyers as well as Hack Attack. Boyers plays over at Lazy Jacks, and Hack Attack plays over at McHugh's Grill and Bar in Savage. Congratulations to both of our winners as we now get enrolled into this next game.
Absolutely, you do not want to miss out, so stick around, get enrolled as that minor jackpot clicks up to 54 balls or less. Awesome stuff there as we wait and see who will be taking home our next prize. Just about 2 minutes to do so. And as you guys do so, we're going to be running through the entirety of our bingo schedule as you guys come out each and every day to start your bingo day off with great game day bingo opportunities running from noon all the way till 1 p.m. That's your first chance of the day to take home those awesome prizes, as it leads you into your first chance at that Lucky 4 Bingo jackpot prize at 1 p.m. That prize did not go out today so far, so we have a great prize rolling on into tomorrow. At that 1 p.m. round, you should be experiencing a jackpot prize of $68,830 and growing as you guys will be continuing to get enrolled in that great game. Definitely a lot of fun. Come on out for Lucky 4 Bingo at 1 p.m.
Yeah, definitely a fun game there. You'll then hop into more Game Day Bingo that runs from 1 all the way till 4 p.m. as you'll then play a 4 p.m. matchup of Lucky 4 Bingo. We just played that game about 8 minutes ago where you guys saw a over $700 prize go out to Hey Dav. Congratulations to you, taking home a nice win there at that 4 p.m. game of Lucky 4 Bingo. And tomorrow you can get another opportunity there as well. And that's what actually led you into this Game Day Bingo right here, as we like to call this Game Day Bingo Happy Hour Game Day Bingo. And normally Monday through Friday, me and Jordy like to live host the show during this time. But because we are going to be having an extended Thanksgiving weekend, we will not be here for Thursday and Friday, but should continue to have a lot of fun next week as well, playing through those happy hour games, as you could always play, even when we're not here, Game Day Bingo from 4 to 6.
Absolutely, as then at 6 p.m. today is a Wednesday, so you'll get your first chance at Pilot Payday today. You guys can check out Pilot Payday every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 6 p.m. to try and take home this $2,500 jackpot prize in just a 10-cent card. It is super fun, super doable, and we aim to have all of you guys out there with us at 6 p.m. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So come on out and stick around tonight at 6 for your first chance to take home that prize this week.
It's always excited to see who can take home that win.
Absolutely, as then after 6 p.m., you guys get enrolled into some great game day bingo, as usually it runs from 6 to 10 uninterrupted most nights. But today is a Wednesday. That means things get a little wild, as we have a Wild Wednesday PGL specialty night that comes to you live at 7 p.m. to about 9 p.m. It's definitely a lot of fun, as there's going to be some tournament-style games that you guys can run through and award you some awesome prizes and some even better PGL points. At 7 p.m., you guys will be getting into your first round of Blingo Bingo. That is an awesome round where it is a high-low game, so the best players in the state and the worst players of the round get to take home some jackpot prizes. Definitely a lot of fun. It's a first place prize for our winners and losers. You just don't want to be middle of the pack. At 7:15, you guys get Lucky Sevens coming your way, as it should be a lot of fun going after those prizes. Winter Wonderland comes up next at 7:30 before Vikings Victory comes to you live at 7:45. You guys will be going after a small jackpot and large jackpot prize outside of those winning prizes as well. Super fun stuff. As at 8 p.m., you get a little top 10 action. Then you have your final PGL matchup of Fishing Derby that happens at 8:15. That'll lead you into some great rounds of Game Day Bingo. 2 more to finish off that Wild Wednesday before you guys will be going after some great Game Day Bingo prizes all the way till 10 p.m.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, usually that Game Day Bingo would be live hosted, and that's why she says it's a part of that Wild Wednesday, as it just leads you into Game Day Bingo all the way till 10 p.m. But should be a lot of fun there. Wild Wednesday, always a great time at 7 p.m. You could also come out for our other PGL special night. We actually were celebrating that yesterday, as that was a MegaSota game night. That happens at 6:40 every single Tuesday night. They are a lot of fun, as there's great cash prizes, like a Jackpot Jungle Grand Finale game. We could take home $29,296 next week in 54 balls or less. Definitely worth coming out for. But not just great cash, you also can win great PGL points to affect those awesome standings. We'll be covering those PGL standings much later on in our broadcast, but it's always a fun here to highlight our bingo schedule. Don't forget, tonight is a Wednesday night, as well as one of the biggest drinking nights of the year, as you guys can enjoy a Wild Wednesday with some great specialty games.
That's right, as we have our winner here, as Looney over at the Riverside Pub gets to take away that must-go prize, $168 heading your way. Nicely done going out to Looney, as we have that minor jackpot prize still on the line, getting enrolled into this next game, as it will be at 56 balls or less. Definitely a little bit more doable.
Yeah, could possibly hit that $599 mark with the pace we've been growing that prize at. And let's see right here, closing in on it, $591. And there it has. It's maxed out $599. That means great must-goes and huge cash prizes growing into our major and mega jackpot as we get enrolled into this game. Should be a lot of fun. I did see out there someone playing under the name Mega or Bust, or so. I guess, you know, this is a great opportunity to add some cash to that mega prize as you get enrolled into this one, as none of the cash is going to the minor. It's either going to the must-go, the major, or the mega jackpot. It should be a lot of fun as we continue to get enrolled. But as we get enrolled into this game number 3, we would like to talk about some awesome national days.
That's right, as we start off with National Taiwan Day. And National Taiwan Day might confuse some people with its name. However, it is not at all about going out, getting crazy, and drinking too much, while others are at home working hard preparing for tomorrow's big Thanksgiving Day meal. This actually is a day to honor the ones in the kitchen getting ready, as you have to tie on your apron to get it ready for the cooking spirit. This is definitely a super fun one, as National Tie One On Day symbolizes the tying of your apron.
Absolutely. Aprons are so useful within the kitchen, whether it's keeping splatters off of your clothes or it's being able to use them to pick up things out of the oven or whatever it may be. There's lots of uses of a apron. It's a great one to be able to highlight, as many people will be rocking the apron all today and in the early portions of tomorrow as they get ready for some delicious Thanksgiving meals. What would you say is your best Thanksgiving meal you can cook up?
All of it. Probably the turkey, if we're being honest.
That's the thing you're most confident in cooking up?
Yeah.
That you can make a good turkey?
Yes.
That's a good one to have, because I feel like most people are like, I have no idea how to make a turkey.
I'm pretty confident in my turkey making skills. It's more so than mac and cheese, more so than really anything. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'd say turkey.
A good old turkey, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I feel like a lot of Thanksgiving meals outside of the turkey, it's kind of just mattering on what you're getting it from. I guess there are a lot of homemade recipes and stuff like that that are super good, but they're kind of simple things to be made, kind of thing. As they become a great thing once they all come together. But stuffing's super simple. It's not like a super complex recipe or anything like that. And other things where the turkey takes a lot of time, a lot of preparation to get through. And so that's a good one to have in your bag. As the other ones, I feel like you can pick up, little fun recipes along the way. But like majority of the time, they're gonna taste good no matter what, because they're pretty easy, simple recipes that you just gotta whip up together, and they're super tasty.
Yeah,
Just
most
a
of
little time
it,
consuming.
I was going to say, most of it is just time management when it comes to Thanksgiving cooking, because you have a lot of things that need to use the oven at the same time at different temperatures for different lengths of time.
Yeah.
And so that's definitely one that I think is probably the most important, and not necessarily the recipes you use, is just managing the time to make everything.
For sure, that definitely is. And so that's part of today is a Tie One On Day. So shout out to all the aprons that are keeping people clean as they are cooking up all that Thanksgiving goodness, as well as give a shout out to anybody. If you're not the cook in your house, somebody else is making that Thanksgiving meal. Make sure you are giving the proper appreciation to those people, because they spend so much time for us to be able to enjoy a good family meal where everyone gets to sit around and just talk about what they're thankful for and enjoy some really good grub while you're at it as well. So show that appreciation to the cook of your family, as well as appreciation to just the apron that keeps people clean as well.
Absolutely. It's a super fun one on today. Maybe gift the cook of your family an apron. It is definitely an awesome one on National Tie One On Day. We are closing in here as we've got Chopper one ball away. We'll have to see if they're able to take home this minor jackpot. If not, there it is.
Woohoo, $599 going out to Buy Bitcoin over at JR Mac. Congratulations to you, Buy Bitcoin, getting that nice win there. 55 balls, able to take home that $56 or less minor jackpot, as we now get enrolled into our next game. This next game will include a double must-go prize, as we already have $194.20 available on that bingo prize. You guys are just going to be adding to it as you get enrolled into this next game. We also see that major prize clicking up from 51 to 52 balls or less in this matchup, which adds to the excitement in each and every game. Mega Jackpot still looking pretty, $63,000 at 51 balls or less, as we move on to our next national day.
That's right, National Jukebox Day. And the day before gathering around the turkey, gather around the nearest jukebox to celebrate this awesome national day. As Americans flock to their hometowns for Thanksgiving, many will head out to the neighborhood bars and restaurants. They'll catch up with friends and family and celebrate by playing some great songs on their local jukebox.
I know we plan on going out, meeting up with some good friends before the holiday celebration gets fully underway.
Yes.
Tonight, after we finish off this awesome broadcast, broadcast with you guys. It should be a great time. We'll probably have to hit that jukebox at least one time so that we can celebrate this day. And I know a lot of places where you guys are at, there's got to be quite a few jukeboxes out there for you guys to play some of your favorite jams. So get that classic from your guys' friend group, whatever everybody knows the words to, and get it going. As there's always, I feel like, one song that like your entire friend group really vibes out to. And so pick that out. Enjoy it as you get together with friends at the local bars, restaurants, wherever you may be on this awesome National Jukebox Day. But we could talk about some of our favorite jukebox songs.
Absolutely. As I got to think a little bit about what my favorite ones are, but I can tell you what my least favorite is.
What's your least favorite jukebox song?
Mr. Brightside.
Mr. Brightside.
By the Killers.
Is that your least favorite jukebox song, or just like one of your least favorite songs in general?
No, jukebox. If I'm at a bar and I hear Mr. Brightside, I'm like...
You're like, I don't get it. But if you're like getting ready with friends... for a night out, and Mr. Brightside comes
we
out.
all know every word to Mr. Brightside by the Killers. Like it's a fan favorite for a reason. It just got so severely overplayed the last like 6 years by college kids that it's a little tedious to hear again. And I feel like most bars know that it's been a fan favorite for years, and so they have to play it at least once a night. If not, it gets requested by some 19-year-old guy, that just loves Mr. Brightside.
Oh, absolutely.
And so it's my least favorite one to hear at a bar.
Yeah, I always wonder, you say it's been played a lot over the last 6 years. That's basically the time that we've been in college.
Yeah.
Do we think it's just been that you were in college and it's always been a college classic, or that it just became super popular during our time in college?
I really couldn't tell you. I'm sure people have been blasting it at every party since the 90s when it came out, but it's my generation has ruined it for me.
Oh yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody, always a jukebox classic. I love
anything by Queen you could play, and I'm pumped.
For sure, that's a good one. My Girl by The Temptations, another suggestion for that awesome. Anything by The Temptations, I'm a huge fan of.
Absolutely, that's definitely a good one. Yeah, I don't like any of these on jukebox. Anything by Michael Jackson, some Billie Jean. That's always a fun one.
That's a good one. Do you have a favorite Michael Jackson song for listening at the bar?
Oh, gosh. Probably Smooth Criminal.
Smooth Criminal. That's a good one.
Or Beat It. Those two are really fun crowd songs. Other than that, I like Michael Jackson in like the shower or the car,
For sure. Where you can dance to yourself and you can pull out those Michael Jackson moves.
Weird to it,
Oh, for sure.
Exactly. I get into my Michael persona.
For sure.
Can't do
Run
that
DMC
like
is always a good one. Walk This Way is a fun work.
Love Shack by the B-52s.
That I always think of the what's the dancing Wii game?
Just Dance.
Just Dance. Yeah, I think when I think of Love Shack, I think of the Just Dance version of Love Shack.
Missed me on that one. I had to dance to Love Shack though as a child, and I quite enjoyed it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I don't know which one it is because there's 1,000,002 of those.
Oh, Sweet Home Alabama is always a classic with crowds.
Absolutely. Staying Alive by the Bee Gees. That's that's a jukebox classic.
Ooh, Funky Town.
That's
my pick for the jukebox.
We do have a winner here as we got $381.50. We got a split win between Turkey over at Vic's Bar and Grill and Nikki over at Joe and Stan's. Congratulations as you both split up that double must-go prize of $381.50. As we now get enrolled into this next game, that minor jackpot will be clicking up from 52 to 54 balls or less, continuing this excitement as we continue talking about some of those iconic jukebox classics.
We're getting into my chunk of songs now. We've got Blame It on That, or Play That Funky Music by Wild Cherry. We got Blame It on the Boogie by the Jacksons. We got Copacabana by Barry Manilow. We got Dancing Queen by ABBA. This is definitely like my
This
chunk
is more
of
your
songs.
stuff. You were
Yeah, and on the note, I can't say the song title on air, but it's Crazy B Word by Buck Cherry. That's an incredible bar song.
Ah, yeah, definitely cool one. Can't say that I even know what you're talking about. I'm sure
I,
once I heard it, I
yeah,
would
I
know
was
it.
gonna say.
Super Freak by Rick James.
Oh
That's
yeah.
that's a funny one. Anything by Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Oh yeah.
I'm a fan of. Ice Ice Baby. That will get a mixed reaction, but there are quite a few people that know the words to Ice Ice Baby, so always a good one to play, especially if your friend group likes it. Anything by Bon Jovi as well is always a good one. Living on the Prayer. People just
Or
know
really,
Bon Jovi
yeah.
can sing to Bon Jovi, so it's pretty easy.
Or like the Eagles with Hotel California or
Oh yeah,
something.
I
Yeah.
mean, the Eagles just get played everywhere. Guns
Yeah.
N' Roses gets played everywhere. Like people know how to sing to that, so you can really
I'm
jam
Still
out.
Standing by Elton John.
Ooh, that's a great one. What movie just had I'm Still Standing? Bullet Train had I'm Still Standing on it, I'm pretty sure.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, great stuff there. That's now not so new. That's now like 4 years old now or 3 years old now. It's it's
She's a Lady by Tom Jones. I
ooh.
love singing like Tom Jones.
Absolutely. Anything by Earth, Wind, and Fire is a very, very good jukebox classic that is a mass appeal.
Um, yeah, there's a lot. Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Yeah, Nirvana.
You could keep going on and on.
Yeah,
and
there's
on.
lots of great jukebox. Well,
If you play Corn at a bar, I'll go crazy. It's not that wide range of people that would love it, but this girl,
she would love it. Well,
I would look at you and I would sing right along.
oh, absolutely.
I don't even know if you can call it singing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you call that.
Boom, da, da. Start making noises at each other.
Yeah, that's about what it is.
Yeah.
But hopefully you guys got some ideas for the jukebox wherever you're at to select out some of that fun music, as there is some great beats out there for you
Yeah.
guys to get going
Play
to.
that funky music, white boy.
Yep, what she said. Happy National Jukebox Day.
Absolutely, as we jump into our next National Day, as we have National Craft Jerky Day. And this National Day falls on November 27th, as we recognize that craft jerky is the standard by which all other jerky is measured. It awakens the taste buds and ignites the opinions of jerky fans all over the world. The day focuses on artisanal creators of this dehydrated, seasoned meat.
Yeah, definitely a cool one to be able to highlight here. I love jerky in general, so it's a tasty one to be able to highlight. I like a good smokehouse jerky. That's usually my favorite, but I also, teriyaki jerky is a good one as well. Anything that has a little spicy and salty kind of action, I'm gonna enjoy. There's lots of great jerkies out there. I can't say what is my favorite, but it's definitely worth checking out on today. It's in my life. This has always been jerky season for me, to get fresh jerky, because whenever deer season comes around, one of my favorite ways to have venison is in the form of jerky. It's either jerky or venison sausage. Those are the two ways I have venison.
I have it as jerky or chili.
Oh, okay.
Venison chili is very good.
Yeah, I can't say that I've ever tried venison chili, but
Delicious.
it's a great one to be able to highlight. Venison jerky, though, is
Top notch.
top tier.
Absolutely. I have to admit as well that venison jerky is definitely where I have consumed the most jerky in my life. It's definitely a very tasty one. But we have a minor jackpot going out, $461, as Boyers over at the Lazy Jacks gets to take that one home. Congratulations there. $461 heading your way. We have $182 getting tacked onto a double Musco prize going into this next round. Crazy. We gave this out so early at 53 balls or less. Love to see it.
Yeah, it should continue to be a lot of fun. But what makes craft jerky? Well, traditional jerky is often made with low-quality cuts of meat. Craft jerky is usually made from a machine mass-made kind of deal, where craft jerky is typically made by hand in small batches using high-quality ingredients that make it just that next tier above.
Absolutely. This is a very, very tasty one on today. And so definitely go and get your hands on some craft jerky. If not, try and make some on this season. It's definitely a super fun one on today.
For sure. As we move on to our final national day, as you guys get enrolled over the next 2 minutes, we got National Bavarian Cream Pie Day. Each year on November 27th, National Bavarian Cream Pie Day recognizes a pie that makes a grand entrance. This rich and delectable dessert is possible thanks to the French chef Marie Antoine Cream.
Very, very cool stuff. Yeah, we had a long discussion today on lunchtime about the Bavarian cream pie, as neither of us have actually tried it. It's very crazy, as Ian seems to think that I have never tried it. That's a crazy, crazy
I
take.
do, because she stayed for like most of her life. She's made trips to the Bavarian Inn in this small German town near where she grew up, and has always been around Bavarian food and stuff like that. But
It's a German. I don't know.
yet has never tried a Bavarian cream pie, which I thought was quite surprising. And
Yeah, when I go there, I typically get candy and fudge.
fudge, yeah, it is a very big fudge town as well.
Yeah,
They got some good fudge.
yeah, I can't say that I've ever seen a Bavarian cream pie either there. Maybe I've just overlooked it, as it kind of looks like a coconut cream pie, and that is something I probably would have sidestepped and chosen something else from. But if you guys want to get your hands on a Bavarian cream pie, it's a little different, as the Bavarian cream pie is a French dessert consisting of vanilla custard or pastry cream, as well as whipped cream. The pastry cream is made from egg yolks, sugar, cream, and vanilla. It's usually thickened with gelatin until
Yeah, that's usually how it is. And then it's chilled and made into that delicious cream that you enjoy.
yeah, typically with a graham cracker crust.
Yeah, a graham cracker. It seems delicious. Some people like to add a little bit of coconut flavor, so you coconut lovers out there.
Yeah,
you
toasted coconut to the top.
Yeah, you could put some toasted coconut on the top. That seems delicious. Lots of ways to be able to enjoy this dessert. I think I would lead more towards the chocolate Bavarian cream pie, as I think anything that's I'm just a chocolate cream pie kind of person, so I'd get behind the Bavarian style of it. But, what makes it a Bavarian cream pie over just a regular cream pie? I still don't 100% know. So. It's a fun one to be able to highlight and question whether I would like it or not. Maybe it is the crushed coconut on top that's what makes it a Bavarian cream pie.
Yeah.
If it is, then I won't like it as much.
Well, today's the day to celebrate it. So if you are a vanilla fan, if you're a custard fan, if you're a coconut fan, the Bavarian cream pie might just be for you.
Absolutely, absolutely. A delicious little dessert there. As we continue working through this game right here, we got players getting after it 6 balls away with Bingo right now. Leading the charge. We'll see if they can get that Del Musco prize of $385 awarded to them as we continue competing through this awesome Vikings-themed game day bingo.
That's right, but that was our final national day on today. So hopefully you guys listened up and had a fun one as we got to talk through each of those awesome ones, as you guys could hopefully have the chance to celebrate at least one on today. It's definitely a great day as we aim to give out a ton of jackpot prizes with you over the next hour and a half still, as we are super excited to be counting down this holiday with you guys until Turkey Day tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely should be a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys are ready to enjoy. And as we continue competing, we are passing up all of our jackpot prizes, working on now that awesome Musco prize of $385.10, as Nemo over at VFW Chaska is taking home that $385 prize. Hopefully you can find your dad as you continue getting through this awesome bingo action. Congratulations to you, Nemo, as we now get enrolled into this next game. Minor prize, click it up from 52 to 54 balls or less.
Absolutely. So get enrolled. You do not want to miss out on any of the great cash prizes we have here. And as you guys are getting enrolled, though, we would love to talk a little bit about our Vikings with you guys.
Yeah, as we just made an interesting move, as Daniel Jones' next NFL chapter has its next setting. Minnesota. The former Giants quarterback plans to sign with the Vikings practice squad. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport and Tom Pelissero and the NFL Network's Cameron Wolfe reported on Wednesday. Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell confirmed later Wednesday that Minnesota was working on bringing Jones into the fold, adding that the team expected Jones to arrive on Friday morning. Good addition to our quarterback room, O'Connell said of Jones. I've always been a fan. Really like the person, the human being, the makeup. And then the player, Daniel Jones. I think there is so much out in front of him that are going to be really good things that we get to personally be a part of. I can't wait to work with him. Jones' fit in Minnesota makes plenty of sense. No, he won't be contending for the starting job with the Vikings this season, but he will be joining a contender coached by a former quarterback in O'Connell, who has a reputation for extracting the most out of his signal callers. The player development side and the quarterback development side is something that is a huge passion of mine, O'Connell said. I just love getting the opportunity to work with guys, no matter what point in their quarterback journey they are at. Really, our system is built to hopefully try to help guys realize their truest potential. We actually just recently saw this with Sam Darnold, as Sam Darnold had really struggled his entire career, starting with the Jets, then followed him into Carolina, and then had his year of being a backup quarterback with the 49ers, and then came over to the very similar system as O'Connell and the 49ers come from a very similar tree of thinking. He was able to come over to our Vikings and kind of bloom into this quarterback that has looked really, really good. I mean, we just saw him throw for 330 yards last week and 2 touchdowns. So he's really coming to his own, and I think that we can give Jones the helping hand for him to take that next step as well. I think also the best part of this is that if Sam Darnold, he might get a payday heading into next year, going to one of the teams that are that have a need for a quarterback. And I think that Jones, being a guy that he now can get a half of a year playing in the Viking system, we might look at him as another bridge quarterback contender if we're not fully confident that J.J. McCarthy is ready to get right into the fold with our Vikings after he had a season-ending injury. He hasn't got a full year to be able to develop. He's mentally been there, but he hasn't fully been able to, develop as that quarterback prospect, playing under center, getting those snaps. And so you say, okay, we want a season of him being able to sit behind a guy, as well as if you're taking the Green Bay Packers approach, they've always let guys sit for 2 or more years. And so kind of that's worked out for them, and they always have a good quarterback. So maybe it's going to work for us to let J.J. McCarthy kind of marinate there in the backup role for our Vikings, become a better quarterback there, as Jones may have a guy that is ready to kind of get into the fold, start for our Vikings maybe, and we can sign him for maybe a 1-year deal, as he kind of has another prove-it deal with our Vikings. We'd get a good look at him, that's for sure, and kind of get to decide whether we want to do that or not.
Absolutely, and we can't wait to see how our Vikings will end up faring, but we definitely want to give some support as they have a game this Sunday that we need to get ready for, going up against the Cardinals. It should be some really exciting stuff. It's a noon game this Sunday, as Ian and I will be here live for the first half of that awesome game. Make sure you guys come on out to show your support, and if you guys want to show your support as well, in the meantime, you can go and check out the great eTab game, Vikings Victory. You guys can play it wherever you check out Pilot Games, and even check out that Skull bonus round where if you pick a lucky letter, you could end up taking home some trophy prizes.
We do have our must-go prize going out here. Is $196.90 is going out to winner Jake over at the Side Bar and Grill. Congratulations to you, winner Jake, in this awesome game of Game Day Bingo. As you guys now get enrolled into this next game. Just 2 minutes for you guys to get enrolled into this upcoming action, with now a 56 ball or less minor jackpot gonna be, I'm going to guess, at $599 as we get into this awesome action here. Continue to get enrolled, just 2 minutes to do so, as we talk about the odds that are for our Vikings Cardinals matchup. Looks like our Vikings are favored in that game with a favored by 3.5 points, which is pretty good to see there. The money line says the same thing, as the over-under sits at 44.5 points.
Okay.
Interesting there. Do you got a score prediction there before, since the next time we'll be back live is for the first half of that game? This is kind of the last chance we get to make those score predictions before game day.
Absolutely. I'll say 23-17.
23-17. That's a good one. I'm going to say it's going to be another really, really close matchup for our Vikings. And I'll say that we finish off that game putting up another 30-point outing for our Vikings, but we end up giving up quite a few points as well, as they end up scoring, I'm going to say, 1 point less than the Bears last week at 26 points. 30-26, that's my final score prediction there. Well, like Jordy said, play the awesome E-Tab game, Vikings victory. It's a great Vikings-themed E-Tab game with huge prizes along with it.
Absolutely. And speaking of taking home great prizes, you guys do as you play Game Day Bingo each and every day. We love to see you guys come on out, especially if you continuously do so to earn points towards our Game Day Bingo standings. A bunch of you guys have already solidified your spot in our top 10, and we would love to highlight where each of those players sit. 10th place, we sit with Mike over at the American Legion Brooklyn Center with 86,000 points. Then, with 90,000, in 9th place, we have Fast Eddie over at Hiller's Last Call Liquor. 8th place is Yags370 over at the Sidetrack with 93,000 points. Then, with 99,000 points, in 7th place, we have 6'9 T-Bird over at the Lookout Bar and Grill. 6th place right ahead of him, though, we have Maggie. Maggie's over at the Heartland University, currently sitting with 100,000 points exactly. Then, with 104,000 points in 5th place, we have Viddy at the Municipal Liquor Store Akeley. Right ahead of them, though, with 105,000 points in 4th place, we've got Jer Bear at the B&B Sports Bar and Grill. 3rd place is Brother Nate at Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar Burnsville with 170,000 points. 2nd place is Mimi at the L&M Bar with 211,000 points. And in 1st place, it is none other than Call Me Jen over at JR Mac, as they currently sit with 360,000 points on the season so far.
Great stuff there. We got a great game here in front of us. $599 for our minor jackpot of 56 balls or less. Some great point action there to be able to take home a minor prize. We also got that major prize, 52 balls or less, mega jackpot of 51 balls or less, as well as even a Musco prize that looks pretty good, $208. As we continue to get after it, I would like to now highlight the location side of these standings, as 10th place is the Old Piper in Blaine with 160,000 points. With 183,000 points in 9th place, we got Danny's Dugout. 8th place is the Lookout Bar and Grill with 187,000 points. With 196,000 points in 7th place, we got the Sidetrack, as the Riverboat Depot sits in 6th place, starting off the 200,000 point club with 218,000 points. With 254,000 points, in 5th place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park. 4th place is Carboni's Pizza Sports Bar Burnsville with 258,000 points, not to get confused with our 3rd place location, Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 286,000 points. Now, getting into the 300,000 point club in 2nd place, we have the L&M Bar with 302,000 points. And as quickly as we enter the 300,000 point club, we leave it, as we head into the 400,000 point club for our 1st place location, as they sit with 443,000 points, and that is J.R. Mack.
Nicely done to all of those locations, home of some of our great players. Make sure you guys come on out and choose the location that you want to support, as the points that you earn actually help them out as well. Make sure to come on out for every chance at Game Day Bingo that you can, as it runs through a large portion of our days, as we have a ton of jackpot prizes always on the line. We are one ball away here, though, as we try and see who's going to be taking home this great Musco prize.
Yeah, I thought that minor jackpot would go out in this game, as we haven't seen it get over 56 balls yet, but it does happen here, as $208.10 gets split up between Lem over at Don's Corner Bar and Pammy over at VFW Eagle Bend. Congratulations to both of our winners there, as we will now be getting enrolled into this next game, still with a minor jackpot maxed out at $599, but this time at 58 balls or less, up in the ante in this matchup. We're also going to see that major prize get over $5,000 as it clicks up from 52 to 53 balls or less. And then we got that mega jackpot, 64 grand that you could take home in 51 balls or less. We're going to continue having a lot of fun on this awesome Wednesday happy hour action as we can actually want to highlight a different style of game that you can play as you're out there.
Absolutely, is right there on those iPads as we speak. We have a bunch of different eTab games always available for you guys to go and check out and play. Over 70 of them to be exact, as we have a huge variety of different themes to choose from, as they can award you some great prizes up to $1,500. They all have small bets, including 50 cents 50 cents to $5, and they all have awesome, exciting bonus rounds and free play rounds that you guys can win as well. Definitely go and check out all of our different eTab games and let us know which one is your favorite today.
Yeah, I'm going to be highlighting the eTab game Hot Zone, a super fun eTab game with a little devil on the cover, as you could take home some devilishly good prizes. The first and only seal card eTab game that you can try taking home great prizes in.
Absolutely, that is a great one there. I will be highlighting Diesel Freaks as I have the t-shirt on right now. I don't know if you can see them, but
shout out to Diesel Freaks.
it is a long-standing Pilot Games favorite. It's got some goo monsters, it's kind of Mad Max theme, and it's got some awesome jackpot prizes just waiting for you guys to go and check them out. Go and play Diesel Freaks today.
Absolutely. We also have some great Flash Bingo games out there on those iPads as well that are a little different than our eTabs, but Voodoo Guru is an awesome one. Martian Invasion, one of my personal favorites out of those Flash Bingo games. And then Monster Jackpot Bingo is also a great one as well for Flash Bingo opportunities.
That's right, so go and check those out as well and let us know what of our Pilot games is your favorite to play. We would have a lot of fun hearing from you guys, and let us know what is the eTab game of choice this season.
For sure. Just 20 seconds before we are in this upcoming game of bingo action. And as we get after it, we do have another Minnesota sports team that we'd love to cover, as we want to talk about our Minnesota Wild, as they currently sit at 13-4-4 on the season, as they just lost to the Winnipeg Jets 4-1 on Monday night in a game between two of the Western Conference's best. Kirill Kaprizov was back in the lineup after a one-game absence with a lower body injury that was suffered on Thursday in Edmonton. The NHL's number 2 scorer actually had his franchise record point streak broken at 11 games. Not necessarily what we wanted to see there, but what are you going to do about it? You just gotta take it and hopefully move on to the next game and see him get back to his regular self, or what we've been expecting for the majority of this season, and that's just win after win after not win after win, goal after goal, assist after assist, as he leads both our team in both goals and assists so far this season.
Absolutely, and so hopefully we have a luck heading our way as we have a game happening tonight at 6 p.m. We're going up against the Buffalo Sabres. It should be some really exciting stuff as they are 11-9-1 on the season, and so hopefully we can get another win heading our way.
Yeah, the current spread sits at 1.5 goals, so we are favored heading into this game as they're 11-9-1, a little bit worse of a record here for us, but the over-under sits at 5.5 goals. My score prediction for this game is going to be, I'm going to say, a low-scoring, very defensive matchup where we're going to end up with the under, where we end up winning 3-1 in that matchup.
Well, we'd love to see it. I want to say the same thing. 3-1.
3-1.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a good prediction. It's a great prediction right there. So I'm glad you joined in with me for that one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. Let's take a look at who's going to be between the pipes for us, as I would love to know if we can find that information out. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be tough for me to be able to find out. I don't know if they have announced just quite yet who is going to be the goalie. Gustafsson has been on a tear, but Marc-Andre Fleury is for 0-1 so far this season. So either goalie is kind of a pick your poison situation.
We still did not give out that minor
Wow.
jackpot. $246 is getting split up between Smash, Trowley, just those two players. Nicely done, as you both get to split up that must-go prize. We have that minor jackpot still maxed out. It will be at 60 balls or less going into this next game. Super, super doable, super exciting. Make sure to get enrolled in this game.
I would be shocked if we can't give it out at 60 balls or less.
I would apologize to you guys if we can't.
I would. I feel like it's crazy because we gave it out at 56, then at 54 balls, and now we have not been able to give it out, and it's at 56 balls. That's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Well, if you guys want to take a break from these games and you're like, I can't seem to get that minor jackpot.
This is not the game to do that.
No, because there's high likelihood it's going out in this matchup. I would be so shocked if it doesn't. You guys should check out our E-Tab game that's themed after our Minnesota Wild. It is a super fun E-Tab game called Let's Go Wild. You can even check out the Slapshot bonus round in that game. See if you can score yourself one of those lovely jackpot prizes.
Absolutely. Make sure to continue to get enrolled, and if not, go and check out that great E-Tab game. We would love for you guys to have a blast alongside us no matter which of our games you're playing, especially if you guys plan on coming out for our PGL matchups that are coming to you live in just a few hours. Our Wild Wednesday will start those games off at 7 p.m. tonight, and if you guys haven't already, go and sign up at pgl.world. Once you're a member of the Pilot Gambling League, you can earn the PGL points that happen on our specialty nights, as well as get access to insider information like a monthly newsletter that'll get sent out to the email you go and sign up with. Definitely go and sign up at pgl.world today and be ready for our Wild Wednesday tonight at 7 p.m.
Well, since we're talking about EGL action, let's talk about those standings, as we have our entire top 10 players in the 1 million point club. Make it for a lot of fun here.
That's right. You want to take them?
Yes, I want the players. I'm being a little greedy here, as I love talking about the players.
Take it away.
10th place is Jim P. over at Third Crossing Bar and Grill, sitting with 1,062,565 points. Drumskeet over at the Underground Bar and Grill sits in 9th with 1,155,295 points. In 8th place, with his lucky horseshoe, we got Mad Dog over at the Lincoln Depot with 1,226,105 points. If you guys are wondering, he actually does have a lucky horseshoe that he carries around to bars. 7th place, we got Cal Peace over at the Dayton Bar and Grill with 1,255,870 points. With 1,287,195 points. In 6th place, we have Rakuda over at Devo Sandbar. 5th place is Nelly over at Brian's Bar and Grill, sitting with 1,331,435 points. Mattering on what bar you're at, that might be a good jukebox jam to play a little Nelly out there. I know I'm a fan. 4th place, we got Keese over at the Midtown Bar and Grill with 1,341,234 points. As 3rd place is Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill with 1,362,474 points. 2nd place, it is Bassy Blings over at the Wheelhouse, as they sit with 1,456,925 points. As our number 1 player in 1st place, playing at the Atomic Star Tavern, it is Hermie with 1,773,330 points.
Well, congratulations to that number 1 player, as well as everyone else who have solidified their spot in the top 10. Make sure you guys continue to come on out and hold on to that spot as well as you can. On to the locations, we kick it off in 10th place with the Blue Bricks of Mankato. Blue Bricks currently sits with 1,357,635 points. Then, in 9th place, with 1,535,195 points, we have the Devo Sandbar of Gilbert. 8th place is Malone's Bar and Grill of Maple Grove. They currently sit with 1,556,614 points. Then in 7th, we got Brian's Bar and Grill of Stillwater. They've got 1,564,375 points. 6th place is the Wheelhouse of Anoka, as they currently have 1,592,730 points on this season. Then, with 1,940,109 points in 5th place, we have the Midtown Bar and Grill of St. Cloud. Ahead of them, in fourth place, we have the Atomic Star Tavern of Mankato, home of some big time players as they currently sit with 1,953,980 points. Now, before I get into that top three, all in the 2 million point club, we have some winners here.
It's a split win between Nope over at Haskell's and Julie W. over at the Mapleview Lounge 2. Each getting a piece of that $599 minor jackpot there. Great job to you, as that prize will be reverting back to 52 balls or less. But the bingo prize of $308 is still available, as you guys will be growing that prize as you get enrolled over to this one. Should be a great opportunity. As well as now that major prize sits at 54 balls or less, $6,587. We talked about this earlier. We already saw a prize go out at 54 balls, so let's see if we can do it once again, as this time it will be a $6,000 prize.
Absolutely. As we have watched this major jackpot click up about $1,000 in the last 5 games, it has been awesome to see how quickly that this has been growing, as we can't wait to give it out to one of you lucky players. Just under 2 minutes to get enrolled as we aim to give out another great prize. But I got to talk about our top 3 on our PGL location standings. As in third place, we've got the Boulevard Bar and Grill of Coon Rapids with 2,045,665 points. Second place is the Third Crossing Bar and Grill of Frozzy with 2,096,750 points. And in first place, we have the Underground Bar and Grill Mankato. They've got 2,655,225 points.
Whew, great stuff to the Underground Bar and Grill Mankato, as well as all of those locations. We have a lot of fun while playing through these games. I know me and Jordy have a lot of fun on those PGL nights, and we're going to have a little FOMO not being there tonight for that Wild Wednesday, as we are usually there having a blast alongside you guys, giving out those good cash prizes. But tonight, with all the great gaming action, you guys will still have a lot of fun, as well as who wants to talk to us while you guys probably have a bunch of friends around, being able to enjoy those games alongside them. We got just 45 seconds to get enrolled into this upcoming game. We're going to continue having a lot of fun in these games, and as we get after it, we would like to talk about some awesome movies that were released on today throughout history.
Starting it off strong in 1985, we've got Rocky IV. This is the incredible, probably best Rocky movie in the series, as this features Sylvester Stallone as well as Dolph Lundgren as he goes up against Ivan Drago. We even have Carl Weathers coming back for his appearances, Apollo Creed. Definitely a fun one here.
Yeah, I am a huge fan of this series. It was super fun to be able to watch, kind of Rocky going up against, once again, a larger-than-life figure, and just absolutely taking it to him. And it was great, as it was probably the most satisfying win out of all the Rocky fights, I feel like, as the first two of the Rocky franchise obviously are super satisfying in their own way, but you kind of gain a love for both characters in Apollo Creed and Rocky Balboa, where you just want to see Rocky Balboa beat the brakes off of Ivan Drago by the end of that movie, because you just hate him. Everything he stands for is terrible, and so it's great. You get one of the best training montages in the entire Rocky franchise, with him going at it in a frozen tundra barn as he just goes at it. It's probably the best shape that Rocky has been in those movies, as he just slowly gets more and more just shredded and ripped in each and every one of these. As I'm guessing this is probably around when you start getting the Rambo movies. I don't know when the first Rambo movie came out.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. The first one came out in 1982.
Yeah, it looks like 1982 was the first one that came out, and 1985 is when this one came out. So it's right in that Rambo franchise where Sylvester Stallone is in his peak shape and just looking sweet, and he's just going crazy, and somehow he still looks tiny compared to Dolph Lundgren in that work, as Dolph Lundgren is just huge, the roided out Russian machine going at it. So it's a fun movie. I really enjoy all the Rocky movies, and this is one of my favorite sports movies of all time.
Well, we got that major jackpot prize going out, $6,664 going out to buy Bitcoin over at JR Mag. Nicely done to that great player. Make sure to get enrolled in this next round as we've got $578 getting tacked onto a triple Musco prize in this next game. As we have that minor jackpot back up at 54 balls or less. Super, super exciting stuff here.
Should continue to be a lot of fun. I mean, I think we can pretty solidly guess that it's going to be a $599 triple Musco prize. That minor prize is already closing in on maxing out at $599. So this should be a lot of fun. But great sports movie released on today in 1985, Rocky IV. What would you say is your favorite sports movie of all time?
Maybe the first Creed.
The first Creed, is that would be your favorite?
I really enjoyed it.
That's your favorite Rocky movie of all time?
No.
Well, then how would it be your favorite sports?
I don't know. Well, but I don't know.
Would it be one of those
No,
fun
I'll say
childhood
Sandlot.
nostalgia?
I'll say Sandlot's my favorite sports movie.
I was actually gonna ask if it was gonna be one of those nostalgia like cheerleader movies that came through, because I know you guys have your family has a special love for a few of them. What's the one that you guys forced me to watch?
Fired Up.
Fired Up. That one was that might be my favorite. It's cheerleader work is it cheerleaders?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
They're football players pretending to be cheerleaders to get girls.
Yeah. That was a very interesting flick for sure. Well, we got a more serious flick.
Are you gonna tell them your favorite sports movie?
Oh, my favorite sports movie? Friday Night Lights.
Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans. Probably
Miracle.
my two
No,
favorite
you're not a hockey guy.
right there. And then Rocky, like the entire franchise is all in that like area. It probably goes gosh, I don't know what I could pick. I'd probably go Rocky 1 and 2 as my favorite sports movie, as I'm just going to put it in as a part 1, part 2 of a franchise, like part 1. 'Cause you can't have Rocky 1 and not have Rocky 2. You can't have Rocky 2 without Rocky 1. So I got to do Rocky 1 and 2 is my favorite of all time. Then I'm going to go, if I'm going to rate my top 5, I'm just going to rate my top 5 because it feels like fun to have.
Yeah.
I'll go Rocky 1, 2 as my 1 and 2, 1A, 1B kind of thing, but they're taking up my first 2 spots. My third movie